What's up, everybody? This is Diabolical Visions presents OleBiscuitAss. I am him, Himothy, the GOAT, OleBiscuitAss himself. You know, everybody needs a little friend in their life. You know, what do you call those things that are friends?
Buddies.
That's right. Speaking of which, I've got BattleBuddy on the line with us today. We're going to do what we normally do. So here's how this plays out, okay? We're going to play some Rocket League. I'm going to ask some questions. Some of them are going to be serious questions. Some of them are going to be good questions. At the end of this, I'm going to leave you off with a little bit of a teaser, right? We're going to get into the government.
Ooh.
I don't care if we win or lose. Don't fucking lose or I'll rip your fucking legs off. Let's start this off right. You like Chinese food?
Yeah, I like some Chinese food.
What you be getting from Chinese foods?
You know, I like to get that fried cat, also known as General Tso's, with some fried rice.
You like you some meow meow.
Heck yeah, I do.
You like you some woof woof too? Oh, you ain't got no comment? This bitch. Well, damn.
My bad. Say that again. My controller decided to eat shit.
I said you like some woof woof too? God
yeah, I like me
damn.
some Korean. I like some Korean food too.
God damn. All right, well, your party leader started shit up. We're not playing trios. Do not throw me in trios. I'll come over there and I'll actively throw these hands with you.
Come and get it. No, I'll put us in chaos then. We'll go through that again. How about that?
Oh, please, let's not do that. I don't want to do that. That's not good. I don't. All right, so what's your favorite flavor Pop-Tart?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Thank God you're not one of them basic bitches that be like, oh, I like this
birthday cake.
Pop-Tart.
Like birthday cake.
First and foremost, shut the fuck up. Birthday cake Pop-Tarts are amazing. What is wrong with you? Now, you know what Pop-Tart was nasty as hell?
Which one?
The fucking apple pie Pop-Tart. That shit was nasty as fuck. That shit was not it. Oh, what's up? So, by the way, people, this is also live on Twitch. BattleBuddy will also be uploading a clip to his TikTok. At the end of this, we'll plug his social medias. We'll plug ours too. We'll get y'all some more good content. So, let me ask you a question, okay?
Alright.
Real ass question.
Mid.
Right?
Oh, nice try. Go ahead and ask the question.
If you were trapped in a room with no windows, no doors, no walls, just a box, you could bring 5 things with you, what would you bring? It's a little criddle.
Okay. Obviously my Xbox, some fucking Wi-Fi.
Okay. Got it. Xbox, Wi-Fi. Okay. You got 3 more.
3 more? Right. Food, water, necessities. You can add those to 1.
Nope, that's 3.
That's 3?
Food, water, necessities. That's 3.
That's 3? Alright, yeah.
That's 3.
Xbox, Wi-Fi. I'm just not gonna have my TV, you know?
You don't have Xbox, you don't have Wi-Fi. You don't have food, you don't have water, you'll survive. But fuck, you can't do nothing.
Nope.
You just gotta sit there.
Just gotta sit there and turn all my Xbox on and off, you know what I mean?
Nah, so this used to be a riddle that we were told as kids. It was like, you're supposed to bring a hammer, a saw, a glass, and something else. And it's like, you cut a hole in the wall and you see what you saw. And then you saw a door. And then you put the glass on the door. It's some real extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah! Go team!
Yeah. Way to make that goal.
Hell yeah, let's go team! Whoop. Alright, so, got another question for you. Okay?
Alright, your go.
Oh shit. Got another question for you, okay?
Alright.
Apple or Samsung? Now, you've had both phones.
Yeah.
I've known you've had both phones. But Apple or Samsung? Truthfully.
Apple.
But
I've
why?
had so many.
Oh,
I've had so many problems with the Samsung. The
But have you
charging.
not with Apple?
Not really. No, I've had my phone for over 3 years. When I've had to change phones every single year with the same system. The fucking charging plug goes to shit on them.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, they go to shit, and I have to either get a new fucking charging cord that doesn't work over time. Start using that fucking where you don't use the what's that called? The plug, or you don't use the plug. You
The
just
block?
set it, the block. No, like where you just sit it on.
Oh, and are you
top.
talking about wireless charging?
Yeah, wireless charging. You do that for a while, then that goes to shit.
Okay. So far, no performance issues out of iPhone though.
Not really, no. Just depends on the apps you like and whatnot.
Well, I know your most used app is Safari. You probably watch a lot of porn.
No, I got the Pornhub app on my fucking home screen, bro.
Oh! You got the app. Tell us about this Pornhub app, my good sir.
You know, it's just the app. You just put it on your home screen and whatnot, and it goes right to the website. You know how it goes. Saves you all the trouble of typing out Pornhub.
Are you being dead ass right now?
No,
Oh, I was about to say.
I'm not that fucking desperate, bro.
I'm about to say. You supposed to be a Christian.
I might be a Christian, but everyone needs a little handiwork.
You funny. You. That was funny.
That was
You
very
dirty
funny.
hooker.
Ooh. Oh no!
So, what's your favorite TV show right now?
favorite TV show? I like
Yeah.
that Letterkenny or what's it called? What's that? Yellowstone. That's what it's called.
I can't say I've seen Yellowstone.
Yellowstone's pretty fun. Or a good show. About some cowboy stuff and whatnot.
Yeah,
Not
I
Brokeback
can't-
Mountain in it, but some good cowboy stuff.
What? No Brokeback. No Jake Gyllenhaal and what's his face kissing up in the mountains with the woods and the trees and the horses and the none of that.
No, none of that.
None of that, man. That's busted.
That is busted.
Nah, I've seen Letterkenny though, and I got to say, you're softer than some tin ply, bud.
Fuck you, Shorzy.
Tell your mom to give me my shirt back. She was giving my nipples butterfly kisses last night.
Like slammed the door on a Tonkinese cat. Sounded like
Ooh. After I watched that, I googled what a Tonkinese cat is.
uh-huh.
Yeah, Google didn't help me any. It just kept giving me a Siamese cat.
I wonder, is a Tonkinese cat actually a thing then? If it's not on Google?
I don't know. Unfortunately, if you Googled if it's not on Google, is it a thing? You wouldn't
Yeah.
get a prize. There's a dude who Googles like questions about pigeons and has plaques from Google for being the first person to ever ask.
Huh.
You believe that shit?
I wonder what we can look up that hasn't been ever looked up before. You know what I mean? I want a fucking plaque.
Right. But if you think about looking something,
Do you want to
up,
go
chances
back to
are-
the main menu?
Yeah, we got about shit minute left for the episode done. You know, it's like a little shit minute. So I'm gonna ask a question, then we're gonna jump into the government.
All right.
So this will lead into the government.
All right. You cut out on me, so if you're talking, I can't hear you anymore. Hello?
Sorry, my controller had turned off real quick. My bad. That was on me. My bad.
You
bad.
good, you
Right?
good.
So, you like guns? Yes or no? You pro gun or anti gun?
I'm definitely pro-gun, bro.
Why you pro gun? You just like having that 9 iron on your hip. You feel
Hell
like a
yeah,
big
bro.
man with that 9 iron.
Hell yeah.
No, so what's your standpoint, right, on gun control? You like guns. What's your standpoint on it? You gotta have a standpoint.
Okay, my standpoint is, I believe we should be able to have about the same as much as the government. I should be able to have a fucking Apache helicopter in my front yard, if you know what I mean. But also, you have to. I don't care for how people with mental health issues that also contemplate suicide and try to commit suicide. They should definitely not have a firearm. It's a little wide spectrum of what I believe.
So okay, so let me try to wrap it up, right? Let me try to pack it, wrap it in bacon, because you know everything's better in bacon.
Yeah, definitely.
So what you're trying to essentially say is, you're okay with having guns. You believe that we should have more guns. We should have more access to more weapons. However, on the flip side, there should be more extensive background check into who gets these weapons.
Yeah. Because I
think I can get behind that.
Because, well, one, I don't. None of us like school shootings. You got kids. When I have my kids, I don't want them to be having to worry about some messed up fucking guy coming in and just fucking killing both of our kids. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, 110%. I agree with you. I don't want my kids to die into.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want my kids to die because of something like that. I want them to die of old age.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And definitely
So,
you want to
like,
die before them, right?
Oh yeah, 110%. Oh hey, look. Hi, you're gonna have to leave. We're doing an interview. Yes. Okay. Goodbye.
Sorry, Josh. Okay, back to what you're saying. But I mean, the only issue I'm really having right now with that, with gun control and whatnot, is criminals. Criminals get the firearms illegally. So those extensive background checks don't work for most of the time. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, let's say here.
If you're saying I can go see Pablo in the corner and Pablo got a Mac 12 for me.
Yeah, full auto Mac 12 fixing to go shoot Lil John down the street.
I mean, I wouldn't cap Lil John. Lil John cool.
Lil John cool, but Pablo's got beef with
him. Hell nah. Fuck Kevin. We go cap Kevin.
Mm-hmm. But you get what I mean.
Yeah, no, I understand what you mean. Like, it would be hard to regulate something like that because it's just too widespread. Like, take drugs, for example, right? Don't get me wrong. I may or may not have done adult recreational activities at one point in my life.
Yeah.
But it makes no sense to try to tax it. It makes no sense to try to do this, that, and the third. Because, so for instance, we already have taxes on guns, but it's just ending up worse. So weed, yes, they made weed legal, and that's great. But they're taxing it. They're making sure the right people can get it and things like that. I ain't never met somebody that ever overdosed on weed.
No one's ever really overdosed. They might have gotten too fucking high on that shit and started seeing things that aren't really fucking there, like fucking unicorns and magical dust.
But see, that's not regular weed. That's weed laced with something. And that brings me into my next point. So there are refugee camp, whatever you want to call it. There's places for like meth addicts and stuff and heroin addicts.
Methadones.
Like out in the West Coast. Yeah, methadones. That they can go and shoot up safely. Like I understand the premise behind it. And I'm glad that we're giving these people a place to stay and everything. You know, we understand we're not going to be able to control you from doing drugs.
Right.
But like they can't legalize it. Like, but they're also not trying to really do much to control it. I mean, I guess that would be my standpoint. But I understand your thing about the gun. We went way too far into a rabbit hole. We went into drugs and everything. I understand your standpoint about guns.
Yeah, you already understand my standpoint about fucking drugs anyways. We've lived...
Yeah, that's very true.
We've been around each other for over 19 years.
Hell yeah. Our relationships lasted longer than most relationships in this generation.
Mm-hmm. Or marriages.
That's true. Our kid would be turning legal drinking age coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're running out of time. I'm gonna wrap this up with the same thing that I always am gonna do. By the way, for people who don't know, I'm gonna try to wrap up all of my interviews with a conspiracy theory, some food for thought, some things to make you think about life, right? So, back in 2012, we turned on the Super Collider. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the Super Collider is?
Super Collider? No, I do not know what that is.
Okay. So the Super Collider, it's a superconducting super collider. It's a particle accelerator.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's the whole thing it does. It speeds particles up, makes them go real fast, right?
Right.
Kind of like the boost in Rocket League, makes you go. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I got you.
They sped particles up so fast they created what's called a Ghaaat particle. Okay, this is back in 2012.
All right.
When they created the Ghaaat particle, there's a working theory right now that they split our timeline. There's two separate timelines. There's New World, there's Old World, right?
Right.
There's a couple things that indicate this shift. Okay, you believe in the Nelson Mandela effect? Well, it's the Mandela effect, but let's go here. It was named after Nelson Mandela.
Yeah, I know the Mandela effect.
So, back in the 80s, Mandela died. Everybody remembers Mandela dying in prison. It was all over the news. I don't remember it. I wasn't born yet. But my parents remember it. My grandparents remember it. Like, it was a thing. 2013, apparently Nelson Mandela died. But how do you die in the 80s but then die again in 2013?
Mm-hmm. That's the thing.
I think it stems from, and please, and again, I'm not 100% certain if you're going to agree with this or not. I think it stems from when we turned on this super collider and created the Ghaaat particle. It split our world into two realities, old and new. It goes a lot deeper into consciousness and hearts and your neurons connecting to the earth and all of this. But the simplest one on the surface is the Mandela effect. Everybody remembers Jiffy peanut butter. I remember seeing it on the shelves in Farm Fresh.
Right.
Right? I remember seeing this 2007, 2008 in Farm Fresh when they had the purple ketchup. You know what I'm saying? The
I remember
crazy
seeing
ketchup.
that. I remember seeing that purple ketchup.
I remember Jiffy peanut butter. Apparently it ain't never been Jiffy. It's always just been Jif.
What about Pikachu? Do you remember Pikachu?
I do. I always see. I recently, because I'm a Pokemon fan. For the viewers at home that don't know, I am into Pokemon. OleBiscuitAss is a nerd. 1v1 me, bro. I swear my team will whip you. But
Don't make me pull out that Charizard.
Pikachu. Bro, don't even worry. I got weight for Charizard. But yeah, Pikachu always had a black tail. Now they're trying to say he never had a black tail, just a little brown spot at the end of his tail. I do not agree with that. The original Pikachu, even in game, the sprite that they made for Pikachu has a colored tail on its end.
Uh-huh.
So, another one, right? Curious George. Remember Curious George having a tail?
Yep. He used to mess with
John.
mess with his owner. Mess with John.
Yep.
With his taking his
Used
hat
to take
and whatnot
his
with his tail. With his tail.
Exactly. Yeah. Apparently, Curious George ain't never had a tail. How do you have a monkey with no tail?
Did it get cut off or something? What's going on?
I don't know. I ain't looked that far into it. Boom. A really big one, right? And that's gonna bring me into my last question, and then we're gonna end it. Fruit Loops. Mm-hmm. How do you remember Fruit Loops used to be spelled?
Loops. L-O-O-P.
No, the word fruit.
Fruit? It's a F-R-O-O-T.
So you remember it being F-R-O-O-T?
Yeah.
I remember it being F-R-U-I-T. I remember the word fruit being spelled out.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite cereal. That's my favorite. You like Fruit Loops?
I do love Fruit Loops.
What's your favorite flavor Fruit Loop?
The orange one. I like me some orange.
All right, see, I can get behind that because mine's the grape one. That's not racist, but mine's the grape one. But so for instance though, but like Fruit Loops, right? It was spelled that way, right? Here's another good one for you, okay?
All right.
Sorry, I had to burp. My bad.
You good?
Snap. The Berenstein Bears. Okay.
Yep.
You remember it being with an E. Stein?
Yeah.
Apparently we're wrong. Apparently it's Stain.
Stan Bears? Stan Bears?
Berenstain Bears.
What the
It's
hell?
never been Steen. It's always been Stain. It's weird, right?
I need to keep drinking, dude. We're getting deep.
Right? You can't... Right? Look. We plunging into this rabbit hole, baby.
I need
This
to
rabbit
give me
hole
some
going
more fucking liquor.
deep. Rabbit hole going deep. But we're going to get into the next interview. If you've ever seen any of our regular podcasts, you know that we don't really talk about the more conventional thing, and fuck outros. Okay, good night. Bye. Have a beautiful